You mentioned about being happy. Now, when you are happy, you unlock a different part of your brain. There are actually 4 parts to your brain. And these have all got scientific terms. They're all in different locations and they have different functions. Now, very briefly, you have a thinking brain, you have a feeling emotional brain, you have a survival brain, which looks after all your automatic functions. And traditionally, those are the 3 parts of the brain that science has focused on. But more recently, science has discovered there's a 4th part to your brain. And that's what I call the creative brain. And this is located very centrally in a couple of places right in the middle of your head. But that's the part of your brain that's supposed to be operating and designing your life. Now, remember, your brain is infinitely powerful. It has the power of 500 trillion computer microprocessors. That's the power your brain has, because your brain is designed to give you the best life possible. But it's not your thinking brain that does it. It's not your emotional brain. It's not your surviving brain. It's your creative brain. Your creative brain is where you get new ideas that you've never had before. It's where your imagination is. It's where your motivation is. It's where you get the idea, where you see an opportunity. Your creative brain is what brings you that opportunity and allows you to see it. And it gets you to act on it and gets you to not act on the things that aren't right for you. So this is happening in a very different place to where most people are trying to get their life to be happy, which is using their thinking brain. They're trying to figure it out. They're trying to figure out, what should my goals be? What should I do? We're not designed to do that. That's not what the thinking brain is there for. It's the creative brain. And if you really think about it, here's something for your listeners to think about. All of the important events that have happened in your life, might be the person you marry, might be the career you end up having, the place you end up living. If you really think about that, most of the time, they just came out of nowhere. They weren't on your goals list. You know, you didn't sit down the day before you met your husband or wife and said, tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., I'm going to meet this person. This is what they're going to look like. And this is what... It's not the way it happens. So there is something else at work that's working on your life while you're busy setting goals that you never achieve or hardly ever do, while you're trying to figure out how to be happy. And even if you get what you think you want, you're still not happy. That's the wrong part of your brain. That's not the way your brain is designed to work. So the thing is, what you need to do is learn how to activate this creative brain most of the time, if not all of the time, but pretty well most of the time. That's the part you want to be driving your life. And when you do that, that's when you attract success. That's when you get in the flow. It's sometimes called being in the zone, being in the flow of life. And because one of the other principles, laws of life, is the law of least resistance. If you look at anything, where it goes is where there is least resistance. It flows. And that's how you want to be in your life, not resisting, but allowing your life to go in the right direction. And then you see the opportunities and you act on them, and it works. You make the right decisions. You come up with the right ideas. This is all how you're supposed to be living, because it's you being the best that you can be. It's when you're feeling passionate, loving, grateful, creative. That's the way you're supposed to be.